Hello and welcome to the Punters Guide. It's Bank Holiday weekend. I'm delighted to be joined by ITV's Jason Weaver. Jason, it's a bumper weekend on ITV, isn't it? You've got 8 races on Saturday and 7 races on Sunday as well.
Yeah, absolutely popping along. I mean, the Racing League was flying up at Newcastle. That bounced along brilliant. And then, we roll into what is a bumper weekend. So plenty to get stuck into. Quite surprisingly, on one of the days, we have a selling contest. We don't see that very often, do we? But it's part of the fabric of racing, lower level horses, where people, if you've got enough money in your pocket, you could go up and buy one of those at the races after they win. So they go for public auction, all about something different for everybody.
Well, I think it's been brilliant having racing on ITV on a Sunday, Jason. But let's concentrate on the Saturday first of all. We kick off with Beverley with their big day, the 1:30 for Joe Rowntree Memorial Handicap.
Yeah, sadly missed Joe from the scribe's room, if you like. He was a fantastic fella, a lot of fun to be around. A couple of pace angles in here, the likes of Outrun the Storm for Richard Fahey and Antagonise for Brian Smart. However, just looks as if Tim Easterby's team are coming into a decent bit of form at the moment, and they use young Sean Kiran to take £3 off their runner in here, Barney's Bay. He had been knocking so loudly on the door of late, but the team have pulled up stumps. They've given him 43 days break, and he's actually got a pretty decent record when he comes back fresh. Got a bit of course and distance form to his name as well. So Barney's Bay, beaten favourite last time. Hopefully get the money in the opener.
And Easterby's had plenty of place horses at York last week. We go to Goodwood next on ITV with a 150 with his Phyllis Stakes, a Group 3.
Yeah, this is good level contest, if you like, up into triple digit ratings for most of them. If you look at Fairy Cross and also Candle of Hope, they're probably the ones that everybody's going to latch onto, running up behind the likes of Victory Dance at Newbury. That was very good form. And then Fairy Cross, the Sandown listed second was a really good performance. The front two pulled a mile clear, and Dance in the Grass now officially rated 105, but will be towards the top of the market. But I thought Bright Diamond was pretty impressive for the Carl Burke team, a 9-length winner on debut up at headquarters. Admittedly, we don't know how strong the rest of the form is, but she couldn't have been more impressive, and it's no surprise to see her take a significant jump up in grade on her second try. So Bright Diamond, bidding to maintain that 100% record.
Then we go back to Beverley for 205 for the Silver Cup Handicap.
Yeah, it's good little staying contest. Some improving runners, if you like. 2 in here, funnily enough. We've only seen them this season. Wait to Excel, Post Impressionist. Now, a lot of people will latch on to the Haggis axis, won't they? Just because they're having such a brilliant run. And he looks like, touch wood, he may well be champion trainer for the first ever time if he decides to run by Eid, of course, at Champions Weekend and not over in France. However, Post Impressionist was a little bit disappointing last time. Good form up at Newcastle behind Eldarov, but all the way at the top of the weights. Wait to Excel has been nothing short of a revelation. The team have bided their time. Patience has been rewarded. He's a great big rangy horse and has taken an age to strengthen into his frame. So I think a mark of 92 could underestimate him.
Then we go to Goodwood for 225 and another handicap.
Yeah, some old specialists in here. I mean, Safe Voyage has been a brilliant little horse for Ross Harmon. Orban has been in the form of his life. Ross Colin, Udalali. We all sort of know where their level is, if you like, and where they're best positioned. I'm a gambler who goes in here. He also has an entry in the Supreme as well. So I'll be fascinated to see if he backs up. But for me, right at the top of the pack, Sir Dancealot was a very, very good horse for David Ellsworth. Ran a cracker at Ponty, disappointed last time in the Lennox, and he could easily bounce back at a massive each-way price.
The 240 is Beverley's big race of the year, the Beverley Bullet. And we've got last year's winner, 'Tis Marvellous, which would be towards the head of the market, Jason.
Yeah, he's an absolute cracker. He loves this particular venue. He's not been at his best so far on a couple of starts this year, but this has quite clearly been the aim as far as he is concerned. Big pot on offer, just shy of 30,000. When you look at all the others, I mean, Mondamedge, King of Stars, ran a cracker at York the other day. He hung across the track. Of course, he's the likely pace angle. You've got Arecibo, Ainsdale's recently been switched across to the Julie Camacho team. But for me, Existent has been knocking around right up behind the likes of Cardem, some real good sprinters, and he needs to come off a fast pace. So the nature of Beverley, uphill finish, stiff 5 furlongs, everything plays into his favour, I feel. Callum Shepherd, I think, is a positive jockey booking, likes to ride in a similar mould to Jamie Spencer, and he's drawn close to the fence. So expect Existent to be flashing home fast and late.
3 o'clock Goodwood is the March Stakes, just the 4 runners, unfortunately, but we have got the Derby second.
Yeah, what a disappointing turnout for the March Stakes in memory of John Dunlop, of course, who had such a wonderful record at this particular venue and all around the country, really. I mean, look, Perfect Alibi looks the one for the forecast. It's a shocking turnout, isn't it? We've got a 1-4 shot rated 116. But well done to the Irish Raider. They brought over a filly rated 64. She's going to pick up over 5,000 for running last. Shocker.
The 3:15, we squeeze one in from Newmarket and the Hopeful Stakes.
Yeah, I'm just looking through. I think the Great Ambassador was a little bit unlucky in the Stewards Cup. He was only a couple of beaten 2.5 lengths on that occasion. Summergan, the old favourite, what a brilliant win for him at York the other day, and he'll be popular, as will Tabdeed. But all of their form sort of gels together, and it depends on who gets the best run of the race, if you like. But being lucky enough to be at the Shergar Cup a few weeks back, 21 days ago, Manaccan looked a really progressive sprinter. I don't think it's any surprise that Hayley Turner has kept the partnership intact, was an easy winner of a competitive sprint. Now, he's one of 3 3-year-olds in the lineup, so they get a little bit of an allowance, weight for age, if you like. It's just a £3 as we move further into the season, but he's definitely progressing along the right lines. His father, his late father, Mick Ryan, was a brilliant trainer, and John is definitely underrated. So Manaccan could get the cash in the listing contest.
And then we finish on Saturday with 3:35 with a Celebration Mile at Goodwood. Just the 5 runners, unfortunately.
Yeah, I suppose small field, little bit more competitive with all of the runners in the lineup up in triple digits. Now, I don't know about you, but Muta Sabek is a suspect stayer. If he's going to get it anywhere, it's the easy nature, if you like, of Goodwood down around the hill. However, he'll be paddling and coming up for air in the final 150 yards. He was run out of it in the Summer Mile. Now, you could easily say Stormy Antarctic, who's ran in this before, loves soft ground. If it came up bottomless, he might be the answer. But I think Buick and Simon and Ed Crisford with Jadoomi was pretty impressive when winning on his return over 9 furlongs. Buick knows the script. He's trying to be champion jockey for the first time. He's on a horse that stays further. He's got to be the horse who's a suspect stayer. He'll be turning the taps on from the 2-pole and just dragging that stamina, getting him out into the deep water, if you like, for the red-hot favourite. And I think Jadoomi will go back-to-back.
8 races live on ITV on Saturday. What's the idea of a nap, then, please, Jason?
I think it's got to be Jadoomi. As I mentioned, Muta Sabek is a very, very good horse. He's a classy horse, but he's a 7-furlong specialist for me. And every time we seem to get sucked into backing him over a trip that exceeds his favoured distance. So, Jadoomi, Buick chasing the title. What's not to like about him in the big one on Saturday?
And 7 races live on ITV1 on Sunday as well. We'll just have a look at 3 of them, starting with the 3 o'clock at Goodwood.
Yeah, I think that the likes of Falling Shadow, who was a decent second last time up at Newmarket, will attract a lot of support. Again, it's the Buick Godolphin axis, if you like. Savvy Victory very highly tried. And it's not very often Sean Wood says that he's a superstars when they're not, but this has been thrown in the deep end time after time, and probably a little bit better last time. But I'm so taken with Mubhir's run up at Haydock last time. Now, he bumped into a good horse called Phantom Flight, who was only in the high 90s then. He's now officially rated 108. That form could work out particularly strong. He also takes a step up a quarter of a mile in distance. So they'll probably ride him a little bit colder than they did at Haydock, but he's got a real change of gear. And I think that'll show over the extra distance. So Mubhir, Haggis and Marquand yet again.
And Beverley also feature on Sunday. We've got this nursery handicap at 3:15.
Yeah, there's a few expensive purchases in this particular lineup. One who sort of jumps off the page is Beautiful Aisling, who goes for Simon and Ed Crisford. Course and distance win last time, but there are a few in here who've got course and distance winning form. California Gem, who disappointed last time at Goodwood. But from a pedigree point of view, there's one standout in here, and it's Russet Gold, top weight in a nursery, full brother to St. Lawrence, who is a real good, solid group race performer. Bit babyish, bit green first two starts, but a lot to like the way he stretched away from them at Pontefract last time. Ben Curtis keeps the ride. I think 87 underestimates how good he is.
And we finish with a very busy weekend on ITV with the 3:35, a Weatherby Stallion Buck Supreme Stakes from Goodwood.
What about a perfect little finish? Because not very often you can look at a race and think, well, surely Double a Bubble's going to get the perfect run in. Ever Given and Misty Grey go forward. Those two are taking each other on. When you ride work at home in the mornings, you normally just want something to give you a little bit of a lead. And that's ideal for her. She doesn't want to be in front too long. If he gets to the front at the 2 pole, he's likely to get overhauled late again. So she's got a bit of a run of about 200 yards, just over. And Jack Mitchell will be able to ride her like a piece of work, aiming at those first two, can't get there too early. The last 2 runs were up in Group 1 level, you know, the Platinum Jubilee and the July Cup. She comes a long, long way down the ladder. I think that Double or Bubble will be very, very hard to beat.
So August bank holiday weekend. It's a busy weekend for you and ITV then, Jason.
Yeah, it's a great weekend. Lots to look forward to. And yeah, just when you think about horses that are possibly well handicapped, Russet Gold been handed a mark of just 87. And I know Elvis had a brother and he couldn't sing a tune. However, this lad's brother was pretty good and he looks talented as well.
I like your style. Thanks so much for joining us on a Punter's Guide. Jason Weaver.